All righty, traders. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the second edition of Crypto Trading Battle. Here we are excited to be here. We've got a lot of things planned for you guys today. Good to have everyone here. It's bright and early here for me, so we'll go ahead and get the show started. Before I fall asleep, I'm just kidding. It's going to be exciting. All right, traders. Well, listen, we've got a lot to discuss this morning. Let's go ahead and talk about a few things. Firstly, number one. The audience, please make sure that you go ahead and post your questions inside the chat. We're going to go ahead and do that throughout the episode because we're going to be answering some questions at the end. We'll have a Q&A at the end. Also want to mention that ACAP is the broker that will be that both our participants will be using the trading platform through TradingView. So we'll definitely be placing live trades today as the battle takes place. Also, very importantly, the winner will be getting a $1,000 donated to their charity of choice. We'll be talking about the charity of choice as well in the show, so stick around. It's going to be epic. And so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. And we're going to go ahead and introduce the first contestant, or let's say that the first participant, the first fighter, the first, I don't know, you call it what it is. We're going to talk about Jax. Jax is an experienced trader in the financial market since 2014. He joined the crypto market back in 2017. He has a Twitter or an X account that is currently right now got over 120,000 followers, which he started back in 2020. Now, he has experience in two crypto bear markets. He's experienced the flash crash that took place with one of the COVID scenarios, and also with, of course, the Swiss franc when it unpegged against the euro back in 2015. So he's got some experience behind his back, and he's had probably the ups and downs of the crypto market since he started. Now, he's going to share his knowledge about the crypto market, and he's working very closely with BitcoinBitcoin.com. So it's excited to see that. Jax, how are you doing this morning?
Hey man, I'm doing absolutely amazing. The market just received great news yesterday, and the good vibes are back on the table. So that's lovely to see. I'm happy to be here for this trading battle. Happy to be here. It's been like 2 years probably, but it's our second meeting. So thanks you guys for having me once again, and happy to be, going against my ex-friend, MisterSpread.
Well,
And
there is no friends in this business, my friend. There is no friends. This is a battle. This is your enemy is till the end.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, as it is, even footballers play against each other, so they are friends outside of the battle. But when it comes to the battle, there are no friends on the field. So that's great. That's how it's going to be today.
That's how it's going to be. All right. Well, let's go introduce your ex-friend, as I'm going to call him today, and that is MisterSpread. Now, just a couple of pointers on MisterSpread that he has been trading since late 2009. And professionally since 2012. He's begun his journey on the Forex Factory Forum and has been trading mainly FX, metals, and indices. He is a price action trader, 90%, and 10% looking for fundamental data. So he really does a combination between the two, technicals and trading, which I like, technicals and fundamentals, which I like pretty much because I'm pretty much the same sort of trader. Now, MisterSpread is a day trader, and his style of trading is breakout trading on higher time frames, which is going to be real interesting to see how he explains his strategy today as he tackles this market. Now, good morning, MisterSpread. How are you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jackis, and good morning to 8cap. Thanks for having me here. And again, a big thanks for Jackis for his invitation. And like he said, we are friends outside, but let's battle out today. It's an honor and it's a pleasure to be here, and I cannot wait to do this with him and also with you, Gary.
Well, you know what? I've heard just recently in a chat that you were a professional rugby player, and so you know all about hitting hard, right?
Yes. Well, I know all about the discipline and respecting the field in which you are, and this is what the rugby teaches you. It teaches you about discipline, it teaches you about teamwork, and it teaches you how to respect the game that you're playing, and also how to respect your opponent. Rugby is a sport for barbarians, but is played by gentlemen. So thank you for that mention there.
I like that too. I come from South Africa and I played rugby too for my for up until Defence Force. I was playing rugby for the Defence Force. I never went national, but I definitely played up until Defence Force and loved the game, hard hitting, and just got to say that South Africa is World Cup champs. I'm just letting everyone know.
I know. Don't mention, because Romanian rugby team right now is not in the best shape. But you guys are a beast. You are my favorites. First of all, it's New Zealand, and after that is South Africa. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You said sorry afterwards. I'll have to apologize. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about your guys' trading style, because, I'm really intrigued to know, how did you guys really start? So Jack, let's start with you. How did you start back in 2015 or 16, right? It was 2016 that you got started. What led you to get into the financial market?
So I actually started a little bit earlier, 2014,
2014.
and
Correct, yes.
and what got me into the markets was really just like not gonna lie, kind of like get rich quick or like trade from home, right? Or that sort of scenario, as it is with most people. I was in my early 20s back then, and young man looking for new opportunities. And what's funny though is that like at first I was like, you know, I would never enjoy this. I was like, how would I enjoy sitting behind a computer looking at the screens, at the charts? That doesn't sound like something for me. So I tried it, and here I am 10 years later enjoying every single day. That's crazy.
Well, if you've been doing it as long as I've, over 30 years, you might start changing your mind. No, I'm just kidding. The reason why I'm still in this business after 30 years is because it's the markets that are surprising every single day. There's always something coming up, so it's nice to be there. And so, MisterSpread, what is your history behind getting involved in the financial markets?
It's funny because the first time when I heard about financial markets and trading was exactly after the great financial crash. And exactly like Jackie says, when I opened the first account and I looked at the platform, I was like, man, I'm never going to be able to do this, because there were all the things moving, the list with the MetaTrader 4, with all the Forex currency pairs there moving, so many buttons. I was like, what the hell is this? But after I understood, and I just got a little bit serious after, I think, 1 year and a half. And I would say that in the first 1 year and a half, I was just messing around, opening accounts, trading a little bit, but I didn't take it seriously. And I just saw that I'm losing money constantly because I'm not putting in the necessary seriousness. After that, I joined Forex Factory, and I was just surprised on how competitive this market can be, and how much is exactly like any professional sport where you have to dedicate yourself. There are no shortcuts. And when I understood that, I just fell in love with trading all in all.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's got their story and how they got involved, and that's it's really interesting to know how people, eventually decided to make that move. It's sometimes it can be entertaining to how people got involved, but also most of the times, it's really interesting how they got involved. Well, guys, we got 3 battles ahead of us. We're going to go ahead and get started with the challenge number 1. And or at least we've got 3 challenges ahead of us. We're going to start with challenge number 1. And challenge number 1 is trade your top crypto coin, right? Trade the top coin for 2024. Now, I want to just say that you guys are going to start trading at the same time. So I don't want you to tell me what your crypto is going to be. I'm going to get you to choose whatever that's going to be. But I am going to go ahead and have conversation with you during this process while you're placing your trade, because what I'd like to really know, and the audience would like to know, is what made you choose that coin, and how are you looking to trade that. And just FYI for both of you, it's going to be a 2-day trade, which means that after 2 days, we're cutting off the trading, and whoever's the top leader at that point will take the crown. So want to make sure that you guys understand it is going to be 2 days. So let's go
Perfect.
ahead and get started. Start trading now. And let's go ahead and switch over to, let's go to MisterSpread. And let's talk about your trade, MisterSpread. And if you want to show your screen as well, and let's go ahead and talk about that. There we go.
Sure. So the best trade that I had for 2024 and end of 2023 and 2024 was Fetch. This was an amazing and was one of my best trades. After I saw the breakout somewhere around this area, obviously there is more history from behind here. It took out the all-time highs, and after that we had the AI season, which was absolutely amazing with Nvidia earnings and Nvidia taking place front and forward. I will choose Fetch because I will say I also liked what's happening there. They had some interesting developments. I think they had the first merger in the history of the crypto market. So they merged 3 projects: Fetch, Agix, and Singularity. In Ocean, sorry. And right now, I think they're in talks for the new coin to come out. I still think that going forward, the AI sector is still gonna be one of the hottest sectors out there, not just for the crypto market, but also for the traditional finance. We have AI, we have Nvidia earnings coming out today. So looking back at what news I saw, at what kind of moves they made, how interested are the other giants like Google, Amazon, Facebook, and what's happening with Nvidia, and also by the looking at how Nvidia chart is looking. I don't have it here. I would say that Fetch is going to be the choice, my choice for today. And this is how it's going to go.
Okay. And so what is your strategy getting in? Is it just going to be just a buy and hold? Is it going to be okay? So and are you comfortable with the way the markets are set up technically to get into a trade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most likely, I would already, even if I was not in this competition, I would have looked for a trade today, especially on the AI sector. I still hold quite a lot of Fetch. I hold also other AI coins, and I really like how the market is setting up. I like how S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq broke above all-time highs. I see a little bit of weakness in Dow Jones, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Obviously, this is also a little bit risky because we don't know exactly how the Nvidia earnings are going to be. And if Nvidia misses the earnings, I think it's going to drag all the market a little bit lower. Obviously, also is going to drag the AI sector a little bit lower. Hence, also this trade most likely is going to go into the stop loss. But that's why I have risk management, and this is how I'm gonna think to execute on it. I don't know if it's gonna matter if it's gonna be a 1 to 2 risk reward, or you're just gonna close it after 48 hours. But nevertheless, this is gonna be my trade. I'm gonna open right now after we're gonna finish a long on Fetch, and I'm gonna place it in the market.
Okay, fantastic. Well, let's move over to MisterSpread while you go ahead and throw that
to Jackis.
Oh, sorry, Jackus, my bad. Sorry. Let's go ahead and move to Jackus as we take a look at Jackus, your trade setup.
Hey, so let's jump into it. So I'm actually gonna choose the duck coin, just for the memes, and I'm not sure if it's like my most favorite my most favorite coin, but because I had better returns on some others, but it's definitely been with me for a long time, and I did amazing returns on it in the past cycle. And Doge is just an eternal to be here for a long time, in my opinion. And I kind of like the setup here as well. And given it's coming into 2 days, I think this could have a nice breakout. So let's jump into it, right? So Doge was having a long as accumulation that was going on since what was it? Basically May 2022. So it's been ranging for nearly 2 years. It just had a breakout to the upside, created a very nice range right here. If I were to quickly draw it, right, we had a deviation above, we had deviation below. I even more view it as like on this diagonal trend. So we had a deviation below it, broken the local downtrend, and are currently still ranging. But given where Bitcoin and Ether is currently trading, which is if we were to put them side by side, which is let's do it like this, right? So nearly, since this range began, you can see that both assets are ranging. Let me actually add east to the equation. And we kind of see that both of these are trading at their Ace of April highs. And I think Doge is going to follow the same path and reach the range highs just as well. So I'm betting on a breakout from this little range, not to mention that the range was formed already, the bottoming one. So we have two ranges inside, right? We have the big one, and then we have one right in the middle, which is this one. And this one also had a deviation on its own, below and above. So we pressed the range highs right here, created a higher low, and are pressing it again. So what I do not know, and that's kind of going to be a mystery, right, is the time frame. And we can never know that. So I'm not sure if this plays out in the next 48 hours. That's one for the question. But what I'm pretty positive about is the direction of the trade. And, that's either going to be straight breakout from here, which is totally possible. We may going to see a little pullback right here, but then I think the breakout comes in. So my anticipation right here is for the breakout of this little range as the accumulation or rotation takes place here.
I like it. I do like it. I'm looking at that chart, just at the chart. I believe it's the 1 hour chart. Sorry, the 4 hour chart that you're looking at right now. And I'm seeing how price. We did have a stop rate. Price ticked higher than the previous high, which means we got this nice setup for the displacement. We had a correction move. It looks like a fair value gap retracement to a breaker block, which gives us that unicorn setup, which is awesome for this type of setup. So the breakout is probably going to be expected. We see a nice little. Also, we see a nice little cup and handle setting up right there as well. Bullish crown. There's a lot of bullish confirmation on this pattern right here that you're seeing. And so I see why you would be committed to an upside move. Now, do you use Fibonacci as an extension? Okay. So
I do as well.
So if you draw the Fibonacci from the low to the high, then you're looking at and that's coming from that last pattern. Yep. From the low to high, you're looking for a 1.618 extension. It's normally a Fibonacci extension, which is a very good target as well, which is targeting is buy side liquidity on the left side there, which is really, really good as well. So I like your setup, my friend.
Thank you. That's a nice compliment from you, Gary. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, I think you're MisterSpread. You've got some competition going on this first challenge right now.
It's fine. It's fine. Just wanted to be sure that all is working there. I think that the DevOps are on it. If I can just share immediately why I took also this trade for just 1 second.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so this has been rallying quite a lot for since the lows in February, and it has been rallying around 600%. And the nature of the crypto market, especially altcoins, this is what's happening during seasons when we have rallies. We have extended rallies when they don't give you so much pullbacks. But even here, we had around 35% of a drawdown. However, after it reached a new all-time high, because this is a new all-time high, and it's also doing very good versus Bitcoin, it started ranging, and it also had a very nice correction of about 55%. Judging from the other two cycles where I've been here, this is what I've seen that usually happens with altcoins which are hot and they rally. They rally for about 6 to 8 weeks. After that, if this is the first rally, after that they have a correction between 45 to 65%, and after that they start to range and they resume their rallies. So we held to these lows. I think that here we have a very nice liquidity pickup. Okay, this former previous all-time high was defended after we had the liquidity pickup, was defended here, and I think it created the local bottom. And right now, as we can fairly see, we are going above the previous lower highs, which we were in this bearish sequence. After this is gonna be flipped to daily support. Most likely, we're gonna attack the next liquidity areas and burst to the all-time highs. And on top of this, I have my only indicator, which I use for the last, I would say, 9 years. Besides price action, I also have an indicator that I really like and really enjoy. Sorry if it's going to be a little bit heavy for the eyes, but it's my indicator of choice because I love Japanese culture and everything, and I just fell in love with it, and it's Ichimoku. And by Ichimoku rules right now, I think that we are still early. So I'm going to remove the drawings. And we are early because we still have the Kumo, so the cloud, which is still red. In order for us to have full bullish confirmation, we need the price to be above the Kumo. We need the Kumo to flip green, and we need Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, so the conversion and the baseline, to be above the Kumo. And also, if you want to be more Catholic than the Pope, you can also wait a little bit longer for extra confirmation. You can also wait for Chiku-span to be above the Kumo. So this is why I'm saying that I might be a little bit early. However, if I even looking at here, I can see a sequence of higher lows, which tells me that most likely the downtrend, the short-term downtrend, has ended, and we can target the areas which I was just presenting a little bit earlier.
Now, I agree with the Ichimoku cloud. The Ichimoku cloud is a great indicator, but it also is a lagging indicator, which tells you a lot of the price action traders that trade price action get much better early entry points. And if you look at the left-hand side there, you can actually see a nice fair value gap, which price normally comes back to test and take off. So you're actually in a good spot there. You are a little late. In fact, even though you say you're early based on Ichimoku, if you look at price action, you're actually late on price action. So you're in between those two scenarios. But I still think it's also a really good setup. And just like David mentioned in the chat, that Fetch AI has been absolutely crazy, and I think that this might be another crazy run that you're going to get on this too. So there's some definitely merit in your madness, if we can call it, looking at Fetch AI. So that's fantastic.
The only thing which I think that it's actually good, because this was done on daily, and thank you for the kind comments. On the lower time frames, I already have the confirmation, so that's why I think even on daily, even if I'm early on daily, by the way, I have to agree with you. All indicators are lagging indicators. Does not matter if it's your favorite one. Does not matter if it's any type of indicator, RSI, Ichimoku, Fibonacci, whatever. If you want to really be a price action trader, you have to understand that all of them are lagging indicators. Even if Ichimoku, even if it's called the king of indicators, even Ichimoku is lagging. So on 4 hours, I already see that I have the confirmation needed that we just spoke about. The Kumo is green. We have the intersection between Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen. The price is above both of them, and also the lagging span is already above the price and above the Kumo. So I think that this setups for a very nice run. Obviously, we also need the momentum happening, and I think this is what we're going to get after we're going to see the NVIDIA earnings today.
Fantastic. Well, you are going to get a little bit of resistance on the daily Ichimoku on the top of the Kumo. So the Kumo is definitely
100%. Yep. 100%.
But I think if we continue to see the momentum that we are seeing in the crypto market, we should be able to push through that. We've seen that with Bitcoin and more Ethereum than we have with Bitcoin. But of late, we have seen a nice little rally taking place. So good luck with those trades, guys. All right. So has both of you placed your trades in already?
Yes. I'm just talking right now.
All right. And Jackus, have you placed your trade already?
I have so.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So we're going to take a moment right now. We're going to have a conversation about your charity. I'm going to give MisterSpread right here to go ahead and finish up his trade there and get his trade in. So let's go to Jackus. Jackus, what is your charity of choice? And go ahead and tell us a little bit about it. I believe it's Stand Up to Cancer, correct?
That's correct. The reason I currently cannot apologize not showing the screen, but the reason I chose I'll rather talk about it, and the people can visit the site if they want to, as it's down there. But the reason I chose for cancer is because it's been present within our family, for a while, and I just try to, I have a connection to it. It's a close topic to me, and that's why I decided to go for this one, really.
Well, it is, charity of choice is normally something that's close to home. And so, I can understand why that would be. And again, please, everyone, please make sure you go ahead and check out standupcancer.org. That's the website. Check it out, and you'll see exactly why Jackus is supporting that charity. So good luck with your competition today.
Thank you.
All right, good. And MisterSpread, your charity of choice is Reheart, and this is pretty interesting as well. So go ahead and tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So I already also have it here up on stage. If you can pull up the screen, because I think it's quite nice. This is an amazing team from Romania, which decided to shape up the future of Romania by giving children with heart disease from underprivileged families a chance to survive. Unfortunately, in Romania, I think there are thousands, maybe more than 10,000 cases of children who do not have the possibility to get a heart operation. And the team from Rehart, with the doctors from Queen Mary in Romania Hospital and with the Polisano organization, they already performed, I think, more than 20 heart operations, if I remember correctly, during the last 2 years. So I think that children all over the world deserve an opportunity to live. And I joined this cause immediately when I heard about it. And I'm a big supporter. I'm an ambassador of them. And sorry if I get a little bit emotional, but I was so honored and blessed to have the chance by the team of doctors to to go to one of the operations live. And let me tell you, it's life changing when you see a team of doctors, surgeons, nurses, and everybody, all the staff operating on a small body of a children and giving that child a chance to life. You really cannot look away, and you join the cause. So my charity of choice is going to be Rehart. And I also want to mention something else. Regardless of the outcome of this competition, I will also donate an amount that I'm going to discuss to Jackie's in private. So I also going to join his cause 100%.
All right. Well, you know
Amazing.
what? That's fantastic, and I'm so pleased to hear that you're going to donate $100,000 to that charity. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our challenge number 2. And challenge number 2 is actually a mystery coin, which is exciting. Just like Jackus. Jackus is very mysterious. We're going to go ahead and talk about the challenge number 2, mystery coin. Now, once again, you're going to be trading, as I say, start. You're going to start trading together. And we're going to go to each one of you and just discuss your trade opportunities. So let's first go. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Sorry. We're going to reveal the coins first. So let's reveal the coin for Jackus first. Let's go and reveal the coin. Jackus, there's your coin, Ripple. Are you happy or not happy?
I actually think it's a good one, because I think it's leading. I'm actually long on it on my own, because I think there is going to be a decent catalyst, and the chart is looking amazing too. Not sure about like the next 48 hours, of course, but I think it's a decent one with good liquidity around too. So why not? Let's bring it.
You're a technical trader, Jackus?
Yes, I'm definitely a technical trader, although I look into fundamentals, intermarket analysis, and all kinds of stuff as well. Like I would say that as I go in time, my greatest advantage is in creating the perfect context in the market, because like you can spot after time, certain setups, and they surely do work, but they also do fail a lot. And what makes them work in certain situations is actually that context. And that one cannot be really taught. I would say that one cannot like be put into some algorithm or something. Well, while there are certainly algos that can help a lot, I just think that creating that perfect context in the market just helps me to beat it over and over again. And yeah, that's the one.
All right. Well, you go ahead and put that trade in, and we're going to go ahead to take a look at MisterSpread's mystery coin. Oh, all right, Dogecoin. That seems like interesting. So, Mr. Spread, what's going to be your play on that? You muted, by the way. You muted.
Sorry. I can share the screen so you can already see what I have been doing before. Even for look at the setup that I had before, even on Dogecoin, and already hit my my take profit on it. So I'm already out of this trade on one of my other accounts. So basically, it's gonna be the same thing. I still think that the momentum favors the upside. Yeah. So I had. Let me see if I can fast just charge my Doge charts, the one that I already had prepared from some time ago. I think that this is where the market caught a lot of people offside. This was done here somewhere on the 16th of May, and when we took out the area from here, which was, I think it was a very important area. As you can see, when we lost it, we went much lower. We tapped this demand zone from here, and we just propelled higher. When we printed the last lower high of this sequence, this one, a lot of people expected it to go here. Well, obviously the market was not going to do what most of the people expect. We closed above 0.16, which, like I just said from before, it was a major area. And I think that right now, most likely we will tap the liquidity from around 0.176. So if I'm gonna go back to the trading and to the trade itself, I'm also gonna put a very nice long on Doge and targeting around 0.176 area and maybe even higher. So targeting the highs from here, the liquidity from here.
So it's going to be a long. Although you can play short, you decided to take a long right now. You're looking at the
100%.
And again, it's a 2-day trade, right? So trading short on a altcoin or a meme coin could mean that you're expecting a little correction first in the next couple of days before the rally takes place. So, but you say nope, you're going to take on that rally right now.
Let me tell you why also. It's very hard for me to be bearish on altcoins or even to think about, look, I had a bull flag from here, which already played out. It's very hard for me to be bearish on altcoins when Bitcoin is doing what it's doing right here. So
yeah,
I think it's not I'm not going to call it responsible. Obviously, this is what makes the market. But when Bitcoin had this rally, and besides Bitcoin, look at what Ethereum is doing, it's almost impossible for me to think about shorts. The only reason why would I short an altcoin right here is just to hedge my spot bag, because we have very big news like Nvidia earnings. I think is the ETF approval or not approval. So the only reason why would I short an altcoin right now, it would be to hedge some of my bags. But looking at Doge and thinking of what happened with the whole altcoin season before that, I would not go against the market. Usually I don't go against the market. Usually I'm late, like you just said previously. And the reason why I'm late is because I like to pay premiums on my trade. Don't catch maybe all the move that is happening. Just catch the meat of the move. And I think that 0.176 is in the books, most likely.
All right. Well, go ahead and place that trade, and let's get it in. So Jackus, you've gone ahead and put your trade in on Ripple, correct?
Yeah, I haven't placed the trade yet. I will do that afterward, but I have it kind of ready and the explanation behind. So what I'm looking at is that, Ripple has been crippled by the SEC case, for a long time, since, dragging all the way since 2020. And what I think is going to happen is that there is a kind of big of a squeeze right here going on, where we see that the market had, there was this post sell-off going on after, when the market was taking the downturn, lately. But what we see is that there was really no follow through, and it was more like a liquidity run down below, but no follow through. And we see that the market is basically it's absorbing all the selling pressure, right? And I think this will lead, looking at this and where BTC and Ether is again kind of leading the market right now, I think we are going to see a breakthrough all these equal highs, and essentially we are going to see a much, further upside on this market alone. Let alone, if we think about again how long this whole bottoming accumulation is taking place. But that's more like higher time frame speaking, right? Which is like my main objective when trading. I'm not really looking too much into the lower time frame setups, but that's kind of a the the theme of the day that we are only looking for trades in the next 48 hours. So that's going to be a tricky one, but I think Ripple is going to continue through these equal highs. And essentially, if I'm looking locally, then what we see is a clear SR level right here. People are, and I know, I'm lots of time trying to counter trade people, so I can see that people have been, trying to short this retest or place hedges on it or whatever, right? This is their stop loss. This is where liquidity resides.
Yep.
Wouldn't necessarily be targeting exactly the high. Sometimes you like to front run these levels, so we can like go with this one. But essentially, I think the move for this market is to fill this inefficiency that it created, move above these equal highs and take some of these stops. When it comes, I think it's going to trigger a sequence of, I think it's going to trigger sequence of events, and that will essentially, do something like this. And then I think there is really not going to be much stopping above here. So we'll see how that plays out. What is the time frame on it? But locally speaking, I think again, I just gotta be bullish, especially when again, the Ether and BTC is already trading at these April 9th or 8th levels. So that's my kind of no-brain direction. The only question really is, do we see that happening in the next 48 hours? That I cannot tell, but I am pretty bullish, going into it. And I think a safe invalidation is really below this low.
A couple of things I'm picking up over here, like for instance, your 4 hour, you got your range bound, you got the market range bounding. You've hit the bottom. You look for the market to move to the top, which means you're probably gonna look for some liquidity grabs. You haven't had a stop rate on the daily time frame yet, which means that buy side liquidity is still hanging around there, and it hasn't been grabbed yet. So the daily not really confirming the reversal yet, but still the 4 hour time frame does seem to give us a good setup for the market to go to the top side. So at least I think in the next 48 hours, you could have the market at least testing the top of the range, which sounds pretty cool.
I think the buy side has been taken really with this move, because there's been lots of people kind of waiting for the breakout, right? And while I do agree that on the daily it has kind of not been taken, here we see that there's been lots of people anticipating the break of this kind of triangle, right? The case coming to an end. And what we usually see is before the move happens, and we could go to stuff like Amazon, post 08, where we see that usually before the real bull market begins, the market likes to shake weak hands out, take the buy side as it did here. We see no follow through on that candle, straight absorption. And I think the moment we break higher, we really don't like there is not much reason to come back. So while I do agree that locally, we see that the liquidity has really not been taken down there. We see all these sweeps into these wicks, which is very nice to see as well, especially on the daily. And I really think the moment we break above these highs, there really is not much reason to stop it from going up here. And at that point, I do not think we see lower anymore.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, also, you're looking for volume pushes, right? And so there's not been a lot of attraction to Ripple since the SE has gone ahead and been battling, or at least Ripple has been battling to get through that legal aspect of it.
Yeah. My anticipation. Yeah. So this is just one side to the equation. I have lots of others that I'm not going to share publicly, of course. Another trigger that could cause this, could be the case coming to an end, and it's been going for 4 years. And Gary Gensler is coming to end of his term most likely, so he might try to look to save his ass at the last days. So there is lots of triggers that could really push this. Could be a confluence of all of those, and I'm really looking for the cascade of events. Really, that's going to start to unfold here.
Make sure. All right, good, fantastic. Well, we're going to go back to MisterSpread. Believe that we could not get your fetch trade in.
No problem.
You've gone ahead and placed a different trade. Go ahead and explain what coin it is and why.
Yes, so I don't know. There is a small error there. I don't know what happened exactly, but I have the chart. So if you can pull it up,
Yep.
I can.
Go ahead and do that. There we
This
go.
is another one. This was another one that I really liked, and I really like to trade. I wish I would have bought more. It's Render. It was one of the leaders from the AI sector. Fetch had some errors like filling the orders, but it's fine. I still think that the AI sector and the leaders from the AI sector or the outperformers are still going to continue to outperform. And Render was one of the beasts. And if I look back of what happened here, for example, on this move, and I'm not going to check the right side of the chart, basically it's the same thing. We came from like a very big rally, let's say even from here. We started this downtrend and pullback correction, which are healthy, by the way. People who do not trade regularly or do not invest regularly, maybe they get scared of this. But if something just rallies for in a short while and it rallied like 300%, you cannot, this is in general, you cannot wait for this kind of ROIs or profits if you cannot stomach this kind of pullbacks of about 35 to 45%, 55%. This is usual for altcoins, so get used to it if you want to get involved. After that, this is what happened. We broke through, we left behind the lower high, and when the market wanted to, and we had the clear confirmation from the buyers that we're going to go above the all-time high, we just blasted, consolidated again. So this move looks a lot like this move here. I think that the downtrend just ended. We had the pullback of 55%. Remember what I just said before when we were speaking about altcoins? So this is natural, 45, 55, even 65%. You're going to get maybe 2-3 times in your altcoins until they're going to top out forever for the cycle. Looking at this, it was a clear downtrend for some time, for some weeks, I think, and up until here. So for about 50 days, we had the downtrend, liquidity pickups. We didn't invalidate this level from here, and we can see how important what it was. And I cannot say that this is a perfect double bottom, but we can maybe consider that it's somewhat of a double bottom. I don't care so much about this one. What do I care is about the momentum that we took out the lower high from here, and also we took out the lower high from here. A bit of a froth in this area. However, I think that the all-time high for Render is in the books. And even beyond that, if NVIDIA delivers today, I already opened the Render and also the Dodge. So I'm going to replace Fetch with Render, and I don't have any problem with that.
All right. Well, fantastic. Well, good. You got your trade in. It's locked and loaded. So let's go ahead.
Traders need to adapt, Gary, and they need to adapt on the go, So
there we go. There we go. Perfect trader. Just spoken like a true trader. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of things here. We're going to talk about the education packages. Now, you guys have, for the viewers, you've got certain sort of offers that you want to go ahead and share. MisterSpread, while I've got you on the camera right now, you're offering a Discord channel, correct? Yes. Can you tell us a little bit more about your education packages?
Absolutely. So Paradigm Shift came to existence because of the demand of the community. Like I said, I was posting analysis on different Telegram groups for about 2-3 years, but I was posting exactly for those projects. And after some time, a lot of people messaged me, like hundreds of people messaged me, and they asked for more an intimate approach, to go into my mindset, to go into the details. And what can I say? What you're gonna get if you're gonna join Paradigm Shift? It's a community of like-minded people, like-minded traders, and the experience which I gathered in the last 14 years, an approach based a lot on mindset, based a lot on risk management, based a lot on balance, based a lot on price action and confirmation, because I am a price action trader and I am a reactive trader. I'm never going to do predictions. I've done, I think, I'm not going to say all the mistakes, but I think I've done more mistakes that people did even trials. So in Paradigm Shift, you're going to receive a full macro weekly analysis on the indexes, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., plus 2 AMAs during the week, and me most of the times there, and some friendly guests from time to time.
Well, that's great. And if anyone's interested, check out the description down below inside this video. You will find the details to what MisterSpread has spoken about as well. Jackus, now you're with becausebitcoin.com, right? And you've got an education package as well that you want to go ahead and talk about as well.
Yeah, sure. So I work for BB, becausebitcoin.com, and I also just started my own newsletter. So every which is also under BB, and all of that information is in my bio on my Twitter or X profile. So you can check it out there. And what we do basically is that well, I'll start with my own. So I write the newsletter, write the premium newsletter, which is delivered on the weekly basis, and you pay a monthly subscription fee. Actually, MisterSpread is inside as well, so
Yes,
hopefully he.
I will say to everybody to join that newsletter. I joined from the first day, and one thing that Jackie's has, sorry to interrupt you, man, but I have to promote you. You see moves quite a lot of time before they happen. We had a debate a few months ago regarding metals. I didn't have confirmation from price action, but Jackie saw it before. So make sure to subscribe to Jackie's and to Because Bitcoin, but especially to Jackie's, because I think it's a lot of alpha there for a very good value.
All right, well, good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So just to finish up, yeah, that's the newsletter. I just had 2 releases as I just began. The next one is dropping every single Monday. And when it comes to BB, so we run a premium group where we discuss everything on a daily basis and voice calls. We also run a YouTube daily market check, and we also do Twitter Spaces. So we are a financial media company.
All right, well, fantastic. Well, once again, guys, you can find that in his bio, in his Twitter. Check it out. He's got 120,000 followers at the moment right now, and you'll be now 121. So just making sure everyone goes ahead and connects to it with the participants. Connect with them afterwards, because they certainly are contributing to the space, and you want to make sure that you get the news. Especially the crystal ball that Jackus has about the market. So that'll be cool. All right, we're going to move on to challenge number 3. Place your next crypto trade using only the 5-minute chart. That is challenge number 3. So I have a question for you, both of you. Is the 5-minute chart something that you guys trade?
No, not really. I'm not a scalper. I think I dabbled with it a little bit in the beginning, like everybody. You try a lot of styles, but I had to find my own way, and I'm really comfortable, and I'm in the zone, like Mike Douglas says, in the zone when I'm trading from daily to 4 hours, and sometimes I also get confirmation for 1 hour. I never go under 1 hour, but for the sake of this challenge, and like I said, the trader must adapt to the conditions of the battle, so I will do it.
All right, well, good. Well, if you trade the futures market, you'll be used to trading on a 15-second chart. So this is not the 5-minute chart is nothing unusual for the futures trader. So all right, Jackus, and you comfortable with 5-minute chart?
I mean, for the trading battle purposes and having fun, absolutely. But in my everyday trading, investing, it's not something I look at, maybe except for the entertainment and so forth. But yeah, not the time frame of my choice.
So using a 5-minute chart, you've got to really be. You could use a top-down sort of analysis as well, and break it down, and then decide. Okay, really, what I'm doing is I'm deciding on the trade direction based on the larger time frame, but I'm just going to implement the trade on a lower time frame wherever I see a corrective move. So Jackus, what are you going to do with this challenge? Which crypto are you going to trade?
I suppose let's go with we'll see actually. Might go with Ether here, but not at the best place. This is going to be a tough one. MisterSpread, do you have your chart ready for the M5?
To be honest, no, but what the hell, we can do this. You can pull me up. You can pull me up.
All right, let's go to MisterSpread then. Let's give Jackus a little breathing space here.
Yeah, so like I said, I also don't do this almost at any point in time. I know that we are at support. Very, very, very interesting what I have done. I know that BNB is one of the most strongest coins out there, and this is exactly at resistance, and it's a resistance that is since March. But since it's the like you said, since it's the 5-minute chart, I think I'm gonna go with a short on BNB, like a scalp on BNB short.
Okay, so Binance, you're going to take Binance coin. You're going to go ahead and you said a short.
Yeah.
What? You're going short on the market?
Yeah. Holy crap! It was a sell limit. Okay. Let me
Yeah, we
move
got
it
to
one
place
more time.
market orders in there. This is for the big boys.
Yeah.
All right. So there we go. We got a short on Binance. And he is in. All right. Well, good luck with that trade. Let's go to Jackus. Jackus, are you finally made a decision on your trade?
Yeah, I'll go with the long on Solana, actually. It's right there on the screen. We'll just go for a little, retest here, which may get slightly lower. I might actually pull this. Do we have to open it right now?
Place trade right now. Yes. No market. No pending orders. We have to go with market orders.
All
Yes.
right, that's tough one, but but yeah, I'll go with a long here. And the time frame for this is also 48 hours, right?
A time frame is going to be 48 hours. Yes.
All right, I'll go with the target of 185 or let's go 186 for Solana.
Sorry, I didn't know that this is gonna be for 48 hours. So this is gonna be it's gonna roll for 48 hours also, the scalp.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. 48 hours.
Okay. I might get buried on this one. I didn't know, because usually scalps are closing much faster. So that's why I went short on this one, because I saw liquidity. Let me, until Jackie prepares here. I saw the liquidity pickup on daily, right? So the market did not find acceptance for some time above this area. We can see all the rejections, and I saw the last liquidity pickup, and I thought that this is going to be a scalp that we're going to not hold for 48 hours. So that's why I went on 4 hours. I saw the liquidity pickup. I saw that the market is still not accepting it. So most likely the next 48 hours, if something happens, this will reverse. But short term, I think this short was
you know
was on
what?
point.
You don't have to hold the trade for 48 hours. So even though we'll be cutting and drawing the line in 48 hours, if you choose to take profit within 3-4 hours from now, fair deal. So you don't have to hold on to the trade all the way to the 48 hours. All right. So just a little heads up there, guys.
Okay.
All right. And so and thinking about the process and thinking about what you just did, you've gone long on some of the cryptos, but taking a short might hedge that little bit of a correction move that may be taking place between now and 48 hours. So it's not a bad move to hedge yourself in a market that hasn't really seen breakout, because if you actually both of you have actually analyzed the market and a lot of the pairs that are currently sitting right now at resistance. And so what is really going to push it through that resistance? You have to ask a question. And the question is, maybe nothing. Maybe we're going to sit in a range in the next 48 hours and it's not going to have its breakout. So even though
I doubt it. I doubt it. The ETH approval or not approval, believe me, we're going to see some ballistic moves today and tomorrow. I think the market is going to just do some crazy wild swings.
Well, I hope so. Be leading the fact because we got the big daddy, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum it's starting to really break out. So we're going to get a lot of the altcoins follow suit, and that you might be right. But hey, you know what? It might not be alt season. It might not be alt season.
Oh, I think we're far from alt season. Not far, but I don't think that alt season, like the broader market alt season, is still here. And I think me and Jackie's already shared this a few times. I still think that the outperformers are still going to outperform short term. And I think that the broader market alt season with the Dino coins, I think this might be towards the end of the summer, beginning of autumn, like the other cycles also happen. This is just my 2 cents.
What's going to happen in 48 hours? This is 48 hours, my friend.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game when you're trading just for 48 hours. Then you then say, hey, you know what? It's a buy and hold, and if it takes 3 months, it's okay. If it's going to be 2 months, 1 month, we're going to get this rally. It's true, and that's the thing with that's the nice thing about about the crypto market is that if you're wrong, you can still be right because we're sitting in a bullish market. So. All right, well, fantastic. Now I actually want to go to some questions here. And let me see if we got any questions here from the audience. Do we have anything? Let me see here. Okay. All right. Don't see any questions coming up here. You guys are pretty happy. Let me just see if our producer has anything for me right here. Okay. All right. So nothing at the moment right now that I'm seeing coming through at the moment right now. Now again, want to make sure that you guys send out some information on your Twitter accounts or your X accounts. Send out some information about your most memorable trade that you've had and you've learned from in the crypto space. So I want everyone to go ahead and follow MisterSpread as well as go ahead and follow Jack because we'd like you guys to go ahead and send out something that they can go ahead and read on about your most memorable trade that you had in the crypto space, whether good or bad. Maybe you can go ahead and share a little bit now, just briefly, what has that been, MisterSpread?
I have two trades that I think define my trading career. People from Paradigm know about the gold trade, which wiped me out when I was trading the Ben Bernanke news. I think it was in my third year of trading. I had a joint account with one of my friends. I grew it from $5,000 to around $65,000 in about, I would say, 6 months. I was very aggressive, but I was still disciplined. And at that time, Ben Bernanke was the Federal Reserve chair, and he came out with the news, and obviously I thought that everything is going good. From 65, I think that night I was up towards $90,000, and I thought that I was invincible. I thought that I know better. I was arrogant, and obviously everything just went against me, and everything was wiped out. And I think in less than 1 minute, when he came out and he said something that the market didn't expect. So that was my biggest lesson. And my biggest trade was on USD JPY. I think I know more about the Japanese economy even now, although I'm not trading forex so much for the last 5 years. More than a lot of people in Japan know. So I was watching closely. I think it was Shirakawa, who is the Bank of Japan governor at that time, and I caught about a 5,000 pips move on USD JPY with Ichimoku. So it was in a downtrend for about 4 years, something like this. And I think I just caught the best reversal, and I rode that for about 18 months. So I was trading just USD JPY, and so this was the definite the things that define my career: the blowout with Ben Bernanke on gold, and riding USD JPY, and practicing a lot and having discipline on that. Those two was my best. Plus what happened with the crypto, but I'm gonna say that I was a little bit more lucky with the crypto because I joined exactly after the COVID crash when Bitcoin was 9,000, and I think it was skill and also luck and discipline which brought me very good trades and rotations between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoins.
Absolutely. I call the US dollar JPY the currency from hell. A lot of manipulation, a lot of intervention, and it's just like you never know when you're going to get another surprise. It's pretty interesting. Bank of Japan is very well known to manipulate their currency, manipulate the market movement, just to obviously put themselves in a better position. Although they're not looking pretty good right now. Let's go to Jackus. Jackus, what is your memorable trade or that you've had in the crypto space, or maybe something outside the crypto space?
So I had lots of memorable ones, but I was thinking which one to share with you, and I'll actually, I started the show with Dogecoin, so I'll end it with Dogecoin, and I actually had a great trade on Doge in the past cycle. I'm actually sharing it kind of on the screen so you can put it out. And that was on the Doge BTC chart where I was swapping some of my, and it's actually live there on for the public on my Twitter. So I was actually saying that when we saw this little sell-off right here, I was calling for it being a deviation, and I was expecting an upside. I did not, I gotta be honest, I did not expect this upside, but I was calling for upside to, basically like that we are going to see a move to this place at minimum. And that's exactly what unfolded. And the idea behind it was that we saw Doge basically, selling off for what was it, like 3 years, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And right here, we saw the bottoming accumulation. Then we saw a scam pump, right? We saw a slow bleed. This is where everyone was giving up. And I was like, this is a fake, this is the manipulation. So this was the accumulation, this was the manipulation, and I was looking for the PO3 to play out, which it did. And again, I said it publicly, and I was saying you cannot like, this is the most no-brain trade. You cannot go wrong with this one. Just layer your bits at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, and 13 Satoshi. So the last ones were not hit, but all of those were hit on this way down. It took some time. Then we saw the initial impulse, and then obviously the move up, and it played out very well.
Have you guys? Did you guys get involved into Shiba Inu?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I bought just Doge last cycle and Floki.
Okay, Floki. Yeah, Shiba Inu. I mean, that took a huge. There was a lot of money we made when it first introduced to the marketplace. That big spike right here just made a lot of money for me.
Wow.
Buying, and it's like these meme coins could just if you want to look for a 10x 20x on a trade, look at a lot of these meme coins. They give you that. But if you're looking for safety, you're looking for security in the crypto market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all of the I call it the big fives. That's probably the place to be. All right, guys.
That's a reasonable one, Gary.
Yep. Well, guys, you guys have been absolutely informative. I think you've given a lot of input and a lot of sort of insight on the market space as to what the markets are about and how you guys really look at the market. And it is interesting. This is a great thing about trading. The great thing about trading is that everyone can be different and still be successful. I managed a trading floor back in 2001. And it was about 64 traders on a trading platform. I was head trader there. And the interesting thing is everyone had a different opinion about how the markets moved, but everyone had some sort of success. And that's okay. As, you could take one chart and people will be looking to buy it, sell it, stand on the sideline. I mean, everyone has got different opinions, and that's what makes this market so brilliant. And so this is why people should get involved in trading and learn more about trading, understand it, and get educated on trading. And hey, the best way to do that is follow experts and follow people like MisterSpread and, of course, Jack. So go ahead and make sure that you show some love, guys. Go ahead and follow them. But also make sure that the Trading Battle has a X account, which we call the old Twitter X account, as well as the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are subscribing, sharing, and just giving some love towards the channel, because we're doing a lot of these shows, and we want to make sure that we continue to bring experts like MisterSpread and Jackus to the table, so we can go ahead and give you guys the information that you need in order to make informed decisions. It's been an absolute pleasure for me hosting. I'm from Traders Network Club. And Jackus, MisterSpread, nice seeing you guys. I hope to see you guys on the show again. And until next time,
pleasure.
It was an absolute pleasure.
Guys,
see you next time. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Until next time, guys, we'll see you. And happy trading, everyone.